Yep. You know what it is. Back in here. See what it do. All right, long as, yeah. I had to make sure that now I got to make sure everything has a new mic. Which so hopefully you guys don't have me switching from screen to screen like you usually do because of mentioning stuff. But it is what it is, man. You got to live with these technical difficulties. It wasn't nothing like that. Now I'm gonna have to. I got to troubleshoot everything now because I don't know why all of a sudden it would have even went out. I don't understand why it went out. Just it just burned up. That could be possible. That could be a possibility. Well, I'm gonna start using a stronger system for this anyway. So I just have to have things situated the way that I want them first. That might take a while. I already have all the equipment, but it might take a while. Yeah, I worked on some stuff, because I plan on doing some gaming. And don't think I ain't forgot about you, Derek. I'm working on some stuff. I mean, you already got your championship strat. You ain't had to turn it over to nobody. Don't worry about that. But I just want to do something different, for the chat. And let me get this guy this here. Let me see. Let me take myself down for a second. Let me see where am I at. Is that me? Yeah. I'm gonna put myself down just a little bit. Had a couple of people sneak in on me, man. Had a couple of people just snuck in and added. I don't even know if it's working. Is it working? Okay, yeah, it worked. It just didn't stay up there that long. Had a couple of subscribers. The other one, he didn't show up yet, so I'm gonna have to wait for it to show up in Streamlabs. Streamlabs is, I think they're trying to get people to, to pay, a lot of money or something like that, and it ain't gonna work with me. They can forget that. So that's might be been what it is. I'll go back and check them out. I think that in my settings, and I don't even go to settings that much. So it might have been something that happened in settings that took me out like that. Took us out. Oh, man. I was sitting here thinking about anyway, but salute to you, Derek Buddy, for being the first mod to speak. Yeah, I know people have been in, a couple. I don't know how many. How many did you see come in? I know it's been a couple coming. They came in and came out, but hopefully the new guys will start coming in. The Danny, yeah, you so hopefully the new guys will start coming through, so you guys can get used to some other people. You guys get used to them and everything. Yeah, they people they don't want to come in. Salute to Yasser. I see you out there, Yasser. Yeah, they don't want to come in because of they don't want to. They try to miss the public address. Everybody want to come in after that. No, I don't want to come in during the public address. Eagle gonna be talking about something. He gonna be dropping some kind of, words or something like that. Now, what am I supposed to do, man? You get to a certain point. That's what you're supposed to. You're supposed to be dropping gems. You're supposed to be dropping knowledge at a certain point in your life, right? At one point, you're supposed to. You're supposed to. That's your damn job. You're supposed to do your job. You're supposed to, drop the gems, man. You can't, it's just small talk all the damn time. And I just like to try to bring home the point when people, because I don't like when people just listen to other people on a BS level. I don't like it. It's like, why are you listening to that? It's like that. Like that, all of a sudden, this country cares and stuff. Oh, that's what I want to bring up. There it is. Now I got it. Because this technical difficulty, sometimes something happens, you get distracted, and it just wipes away what you're going to talk about. like I can see how like sometimes like the comedians they get distracted, right? And then they some of them, if you're real good, they'll just go right back to the subject. But if they're not real good, they can't go right back to the subject because of the disturbance, because somebody didn't disturb the shit out of them. You know, with me, same thing. I always try to remember what I'm, everything I have. So a lot of times I can be having conversations with two or three of y'all and at the same time, I'm still covering everything that I need to cover. If you notice that, because Derek Bailey will bring up something, he'll be like, "Oh, Eagle forgot all about me," and I still like, "No, I ain't forget." Right? And I just go right back to it. So our topics and stuff like that. But we see you out there, AB. We see you. AB, I see you. Back or backed? God dang. I don't know. If his back is up against the wall, well, I don't know. That's gonna be part of the discussion though. We gotta find out if his back up is really up against the wall. Or whatever. But like I said, I like to even y'all sir, like y'all sir say something, he might think I forgot about him. I'll come back and hit you guys. It's just sometimes when if I talk for a certain amount of time and then I look into the chat, then I got to catch up. I got to read everything that you guys wrote. You know, I got to read that and then I get distracted. But yeah, we on that money tip again. On that money, not boxing money, because this is the address right here to money itself. How did money first became a thing of being generated in the United States? You know, how did that in different countries? How did money all of a sudden generate itself to become a thing where a country has so much money? And if you ever thought about it, I'm gonna just say this: that if you say a country only has so much money, then that means you must be in control of their money, right? Whoever controls the printing presses for money control how much money is being printed and how much money that country has. That's looking at it. That's simple, but it's like most people won't think about that because they're gonna think about the ecology, the economy, the farming industry, the oil industry, technology. That's what they're gonna say. No. You got a country that's supposedly working off a deficit. Where's the debt? Where's the debt really? Where's the debt? A lot of questions, right? Where's the debt for America? Where's the real debt? Who do we owe all this money to? Okay, we've been selling Chinese stuff forever, ever since I was a baby. Can't be China because they importing like I don't know what. They always have been. There's no way you can owe somebody money when you're selling all their stuff over here to your people. There's no way. Put up a one if you don't if you don't own anything Chinese. Put up a one. If you own zero, like nothing, there's nothing that has a China stamp on it. Nothing in your house. Put up a one. I see you down there. Gil Coles just got up in here. Salute to Gil Coles. I see you up in here. So put up a one if you have the zero. You don't have nothing. Not one thing that you have that you bought for anybody, anything that came out of China. Just put up a one. Because talk about the money. China, yeah. Old China. Do you have anything? Yeah, well, okay. How much money you think you owe China? How much stuff do you have in your house that's Chinese? Or from China? Made in China. How much little knick-knack type of shit? Knick-knacks, you guys, that's old school. Y'all don't know what a knick-knack is. It could be anything. And certain are mock nicks. Knick-knack, mock nicks. What else? I can't even think of another word for it right now, but there's a lot of words. There's a lot of words for it. But garden stuff. If you want to pick up a quick tool, oh shit! I left my screwdrivers. You gonna go get some Snap-ons or some Stanleys if you left yours. If you got some good ones at the house and you just need them and you're out somewhere, or you gonna grab some? Where they coming from? No, and see, I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom because Gil comes in here starting shit already. Gil, you a damn lie. Tell him, Derek. Hey, Derek, Derek, do you have anything that I gave you that's made in China? Gil so full. She said my Eagles win promotion belt made in China. Gil so full of shit. Stop it, man. Stop coming in disturbing the chat, man. We trying to talk about something, and you come in here starting your crap out like right away, instantly. That's Gil. Gil's like the instant. He's like an instant. He's an instant haymaker, but he's like kind of a. He's a haymaker like Brazil. His haymakers are like Brazil's haymakers. We'll talk about that too. We gotta talk about all of it. I ain't trying to stay all day though, but we'll talk about all that. We'll talk about the Brazil too. So the point being is that this whole I never trusted this. I used to always go with everybody else. Oh yeah, we got exports and all that, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's you got printing presses. You just print money all damn day, and then if you're at a deficit, what kind of it don't even make sense. If your parents didn't have money, they had minus money. How much money would you get for allowance if your parents had minus money? Just think about it. If your bank had minus money, how much money could you take out the bank? If your account is zero, how much can you take out? Like sometimes you can still take out money, but guess what happens if you took out money? Ooh, my goodness. If you're $20 overdrawn in your bank, how much do they make you pay? If you say, oh shit, I made a mistake, and you just bring $20 to the bank, is that cool? Y'all square? They gonna dap you up, they gonna elbow you or fist you up like, oh, huh? They gonna do this too, y'all. Don't worry about it, huh? They gonna do that. Is your bank gonna do like this if you overdraw any amount of money? If you overdraw I left it at $20. At $20, if you overdraw in your bank, what's gonna happen? Oh, they gonna be, oh, no problem, no problem, Gil. Gil goes, oh man, shit, ain't no sweat, man. This slide is at 20, man. We good, man. We didn't know it was you, Gil, or we didn't know it was you, Derek. We didn't know. Thought somebody else until we checked it. Right now, we checked the account. It was Derek. That's right. He's talking about the parents. If you got zero for the parents or zero in the bank, like a lot of times, see, you have to, there's a limit that you can get. You still got to pay though. I think mine is like $500. Everybody's not that privileged though. And believe me, being able to overdraw your account by $500 that's a privilege. That's a privilege. And plus I got like about, it'd be hard for me to do because I'm quite sure I got like about $5,000. I think I got like $5,000 reserve. Reserve. Ha. There's a word, huh? Reserve. We were always taught about the United States reserves at one point, right? When we taught about reserves, where that reserve used to be at? Where did it used to be? What did they always talk about? They always talk about fort. They always talk about this fort and all the gold and all that. Yeah, you don't hear nothing. Ain't got no gold. You don't have gold. But what's the name of that store over there? What's the name of that jeweler, Gil? Where you at? Is it CJM? What is it? To make the Cuban links? You can get you a $60,000 Cuban link. Shit. $60,000 get you a Cuban link made. I figured out what they're doing too though. The markup, the gold, I don't know if this is good or not. I think it's CJM. Gil might know. So CJM is a jeweler that makes I think a lot of the stuff for the rappers and stuff like that. This down there where Gil's at, down there in Florida. But I think what they're doing, they're charging you. Okay, so the gold, basically, you're taking a 30% hit as soon as you buy it. So if you was gonna try to wholesale your gold out, you're only gonna get 70% of what you paid. So you gotta take 30. What is 30? What is 30% of 60,000? About 18. So $18,000. So as soon as you wear it, it's a hit. Well, that's another thing that killed. But see, and I'm gonna go down to the bottom before I start reading what y'all write though, because it makes sense. But you got to go back to quality first. But a lot of times it wasn't no quality because they was already, think about it, they was already mass producing. It was never mostly quality because we was always mass producing. Once there's certain inventors and stuff that made the possibilities and stuff. You guys need to research that too. The see who, look at the faces who made it possible to mass produce stuff. You're gonna be surprised when you see certain faces of people that made stuff to where you could mass produce it. Right? Even stuff like the towers for communication. When you find out who made that stuff, then you're gonna realize that there's a lot of people had a lot to play. Even stuff like, I mean, we can talk about this all day though. Like there's other products and stuff like that. I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about it on a different forum. But once we started to get that everything mass produced, Gil Cole said made in U.S. don't mean ish, but it didn't. It didn't at first. It always has. Before everything became mechanized, it did. Before everything became factorized. When they started doing stuff like in big factories and stuff like that, when I'm gonna give you the word. This is the word: assembly line. The two words: assembly line. Once they came up with the assembly line, then that's when stuff got kind of messed up. Now, not all assembly lines, because some assembly lines are more, they're strict about what they put out, and some aren't. And you'll notice that if you buy a brand new car and you look at it like head to toe, just look at that car. You might find a sloppy weld on it, bad paint, and just one little teeny section. You open up the trunk, open up everything, and just inspect and look. And you're gonna find something wrong with it. Because it never was like quality once they start worried about the production on that line. On that line, if something had to sit there, then that was quality. If on that line, you got machines coming in and going like that and welding and stuff, they just flipping around. You got machines, big arms, spraying like, I'm talking about like cars, but spraying the cars, dropping the engine in. All they doing is, and then somebody else, and a lot of those jobs have been taken away. Like some of the spots where a machine can't maneuver around, and you got somebody in there with a air socket. That's it. You see what I mean? But once that assembly line started, that was it. So if we had an assembly line, say for instance, if me and you had an assembly line, Derek Bailey, we got like a few people. We got Gil, we got Yasser with us. I don't know. We can rely on them to help us out because they might screw around. They just want breaks. Gil just want breaks all damn day. So, but we don't have from going from one section to the next. We hired somebody or a mute to push the product. Like say for instance, had to push the car to the next station. And then you have say you had another company that made, similar cars. We're in the car business right now. I don't know what we're going to call it. Is there a car called the Eagle? We'll just call it Eagle. Just because we're on Eagle's web. So we'll just call it the Eagle, right? So you got this one where you pushing everything nice and slow, and you got a chance to look at everything, right? Now you got one that's more mechanized, right? And so the flow is just going through. And so if you miss something, you just miss it. But if we're pushing it from station to station, everything's straight, y'all follow the checklist, everything good, boom, go to the next step. But we have always been to the point. Once machines was made, that was it. Once they start making machines, like when I say not the steam engine had a lot to do with it, but once they start making machines, start using that oil and gas and all that, kerosene and all that, once they did that, it was over with. And electricity was one of the biggest things that got us screwed up. And that's why it's such a screw up that people go crazy without electricity. if I don't have electricity, I just don't have the same kind of lights in the house. If there's no electricity, but I do have backup. But I'm saying I'm just not gonna have the same amount of lights, the same kind of lights, and I can ride it out. I'm not gonna sweat it. Some people go crazy. Some people can't handle candles and shit. Oh, candles. They lose their damn mind. Oh, electricity, oh, cell phone, all that. So what? If you got all your communications done for a while, everybody understands, because guess what? You can't communicate, and the rest of them can't. And another shout out for Texas. Hopefully y'all doing good down there in Texas. I'm trying to stay away from them stories. I'm not hearing nothing from family, nothing like that, but I'm trying to stay away from them stories. But it's just sad. If any of those things are true that they're doing, it's just sad. But back to the point though. The point was money itself and reserve and all that. So they so full of it. There's no such thing as reserve. And I know y'all didn't probably want to admit that you have anything Chinese or made in China. But I have a few things. I know I have a few things that's made in China. Like stuff that you put out outside, a lot of times it's going to be out in the weather. It's made in China. Porcelain stuff, a lot of your porcelain stuff, made in China. I'm not saying all your televisions and stuff like that, but I guarantee you that some of the parts in your car, if you have an American car, guess what? The cameras and stuff, some of the cameras and all that, hey, made in China. Some of the lights, hey, made in China. I'm not saying anything wrong with China, but sometimes we know that they can skimp a lot worse than we can on making stuff, and stuff burns up. Matter of fact, some of the extension cords you get, you better, even though it got that UL on it, Underwriters Laboratory, right? But a lot of times that's made right there in China. It's made right there. You got to check those labels. So I can't see how you can be in debt to somebody who's been paying you like forever, been sending you stuff. Money goes to them all the time anyway. Money's always going to them. They got their hand out. So whoever's in charge of printing money, because how could you tell how much somebody's economy got? You don't know. You don't know all the resources. You don't know every inch of the ground. So it's, to me, that whole number, when you bring up these numbers, I can't believe it, because you're the potential for America. Just think about it. To make as much money as possible. Where that lies, it lies at opportunities. So if we had opportunities to do more, if we didn't have to have that, the FDA stamp and all that other crap, if we didn't have to have somebody come, just think about it. Gil lives in Florida. So if somebody got an orange tree or something like that, and they got beautiful, delicious Valencia oranges, and they bring you some oranges, and you give them something, that's a good thing, right? But they can only do that with neighbors. They can only give y'all oranges and stuff. They can't sell you oranges. Think about it. Why is that? That's where if anybody and everybody could have their own business without all these LLCs and all these other requirements, there would be no such thing as a deficit. We would just be doing money exchanging everywhere. So that's one thing. So if you're an economist and you believe in that, and there's some people that think that are a lot more versed in that than me, but I'm saying I can't believe that you could know the potential of any country. You know what I mean? I just can't see it, because any kind of NGP is going to be based on it's based on the law. It's based on the law. Because if we took it in our own hand, guess what would happen? No problems at all. Because I guarantee you see what I mean? I guarantee you that I'm going to find somebody that can do what I need to do. Right? How many backyard mechanics you got? So you don't have to give the money to the union or to the union in the mechanics. How many people you got riding around where you live at that do body work on cars just out there on the street? Enough to get your ass going, right? Do repairs on the street. See? A lot of them ain't even they're not licensed or nothing like that. But just think about how much better stuff would be if you didn't make them have to go into all this, because there's no victim here. I mean, you could make it to where, that they had to guarantee their work. That's all you would have to do. That's all you have to do is make them have to guarantee the work. So you get your ass out there and you guarantee whatever work you do, you make sure that you guarantee it. I wouldn't have no problem with that. And I have let people fix my car because I knew what they was doing. I've let people man, just get in there and change them plugs or whatever like that. Matter of fact, I had one on my Jeep that was so hard to get to, I couldn't get it. I had to drive that shit on. It was 8 cylinders, so 7 cylinders ain't gonna kill it. So I was driving it on 7 for a minute, just long enough because I didn't have the extension to put in one little plug, and somebody put it in for me real quick. That was it. But I saved the money myself. But I don't do all the work anymore like I used to. But if they allow us to do that, nobody brings that up though. But if they allow us to do that, they got to kill that. If they kill all that whole business licensing stuff, because that's all money. It's hard for me to even think that we could be down any amount of money, because all your money before you even spend it is taxed. They getting your ass with 40% before you even get paid. And in a lot of states, you got sales tax and all kinds of other tax. That's what they call income. We taxing your income tax, right? Sales tax, property tax. They got tax on everything. So before you can't even hold on to your money. Gas tax. You got your money and it all of a sudden is gone. You start with $100. Let's say they take 30 of that. Now you're down to 70. Now you're gonna spend your $70. Now they take 10% more of that when you go spend it. Now you're down to that's $60 if you think about it. Now you're down to 60. Any kind of property, that's another $5. Now you're down to you're down to $50. $55 out of your 100 is worth. And then they want some of that back. Oh, we didn't tax you enough on that. They might want another 12%. It's like, come on. How you got a deficit when my dollars don't even mean dollars? Every $100 I make is worth $40. I got a problem with that. If you act like you're dying or something like that. Let me see what y'all got, and we'll catch up with it. Derek Bailey, and salute to Eagles Way of Boxing. Salute back to Derek Bailey. And also, they had to start off with that technical difficulties, man. I don't know. I got to go back through it and find out what the hell's wrong with my miking system. Let me just do a test real quick though. So, see if you guys hear this, let me know. If you can hear this, then I'll finish up. Put up a 1 if you can hear this. Not me. If you can hear the Eagle. And now I will carry on. I think you guys did. I think that one worked. I see you that Derek Bailey. Yes, my mic quit. It quit his job because of AB. Get Derek Bailey laughing out loud. Yeah, okay. Streamlabs said, thank you for subscribing. Dan Yusuf, you need to come in. We got another U in here. We got another Y in here. We got a y'all sir. Maybe you know him. Salute to y'all sir. Y'all say it's a salute to Eagle. Y'all sir is salute at Derek Bailey. Derek Bailey right back. Salute at y'all sir. And then Gil Cole. Sup, Eagles Web. Salute to Gil. Again, Derek Bailey said China. Yep. I try not to buy stuff made in China. Yeah, but you can't help it sometimes, brother. I'll tell you, if I need some emergency tools, if I need something in emergency, I'm hitting the China man up. And this ain't no shade to you Chinese people, because y'all just have stuff that's cheaper that I can use. I mean, I'm not going to go for you for the most quality. I'm going to tell you that now. Not for the most quality. You got to get that Snap-on, or you got to get that Stanley, or what else. Give me another good name, man. What's the blue label? What's that? Y'all know it. Come on, Gil. You know what's the company that sells the stuff with the blue truck? What's not Napa, but what's the dark blue? Come on, one of y'all know that one. Y'all know the Snap, right? Y'all see the big ass vans, the Snap-on. Y'all know those, right? Snap-on. Y'all know Stanley. What else y'all know? It's a couple of them. And and then the green one. The green one, that's John Deere. That's John Deere all day. That's more industrial right there. But we got a whole lot. They got a lot, man. Got a lot of good companies. I just call them by the colors on shit. Because once I see them, that's it. I say, okay, that's that yellow. Champion. I said, that's it. That's the one. That's the one you want to get. Yeah. But Chinese make some good plugs, though. What are they giving? NKY? Y'all know them. Spark plugs, they make some good spark plugs, Derek. So don't knock them, man. They make some good ones. Yeah. But anyway, Gil Cole's in my Eagle Red promotion belt. Okay, forget that. I ain't make Derek Bailey salute Gil Cole's. Gil Cole's at Derek Bailey 100, and then Derek Bailey no. Gil laughed, crying, and then Derek put up those 2 zeros. Yeah, we can't get no money. The bank ain't giving you shit if you ain't got nothing. The U.S. used to put quality first. Yeah, we covered that. Yeah, that's true too though. But it was a little bit of quality, but it just wasn't, like I said. Ever since everything was mechanized, not really no quality, man. When they had certain labor, it was quality. I'm not gonna get into that. You already know what labor. If you don't know what labor, I can't even feel bad for you. I can't feel bad for you at all. Because I'm trying to explain stuff to you. If you can't get it, then you can't get it. Yeah, y'all sir saluted Gil Cole. And then Gil Cole's at y'all sir with the 100, and then Derek Bailey right back with the yep. Yeah, Gil Cole said I have a 1911 45 ACP. He said made in China. It's nicer than a coat. See, there you go. Some of the stuff is good, but what I'm saying, see, what you guys are understanding, I'm not saying Chinese got a lot of quality stuff, believe me. But what I'm saying is the stuff that they flood us with. That's the difference. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, Shadow 979 up in here, man. Salute to Shadow 979. Yeah, in case y'all didn't know, I think it was his birthday not too long ago. Shadow 9 up here at Eagles Wear Boxing at Gil Cole's at Derek Bailey. And at y'all sir Hussein. He put the salute up. And then Gil Cole's at y'all sir who said, see, now you asking too many questions, right? I got several flavors. Yeah, Derek Bailey at Shadow 979. Gil Cole's at Shadow 979 with the 100. And then y'all sir at salute at Shadow 979. Y'all sir Hussein again said, damn it, Gil Cole's crying. Of course, that's Gil. We pay VAT value added tax and everything on top of other taxes on more or less everything. And that's y'all sir. See? Y'all sir, guess what? Y'all sir, you guys are still under the same rule that we are. You guys ain't no different. They just changed the name on stuff, but they get y'all just like they get us. Yep. Said, damn, it's Derek Bailey said, damn, get you coming and going. He said, y'all sir, yeah, they get us coming and going too. Oh, I see my ones up there. Yep. Yep. Gil Cole said, sound like a baby crow. Yeah. He said, Cornwell. There you go. Cornwell, Craftsman. There you go, Craftsman. Yep. Yeah, Snap-on. Snap-on, that's the one. Snap-on, you know they cost money because to bring that shit to your house, they got to bring the truck over, right? Unload their whole shit. Here you go. Take this, not just the workbench, what they call it? The work cabinet. So they dropped the work cabinet off. How much a good work cabinet costs right now, Gil? There you go, Matco, yeah. What is it? And I'm gonna tell you, like in the food industry is Hobart. Hobart is the big deal. Yep. I even got a macerator juicer. It's like a 15-year warranty on it, and that one's Omega. So, and a lot of times they don't even teach you that. They don't even teach you, oh, go get Omega. You just go in there and you listen to something on television. I'm gonna go get that, and you go get it. It's like, you know. So it's because, and if you guys are falling short, if your wife cooking stuff, if she doesn't have, I'm gonna say if she don't have KitchenAid, if you like your cornbread and you like your cakes and pies and cookies, and if she don't have at least if she don't have KitchenAid, then you suck. If she don't have Farberware, then you suck. Because you got to get her KitchenAid and you got to get her Farberware. Because that shit's going to you. Now, I'm not going to get on the pots and pans because they have a lot of different brands. And they got some good ones. But she got at least get some 5-ply or something like that. 7-ply, 5-ply. Stainless steel or porcelain. Those are only two, and besides the iron, besides the iron skillet, those are the two that you need in the house. No aluminum. If you cheap and you got your wife aluminum, she needs to put that oven on automatic clean and put that shit in there and let it burn up. because that's what happened to it. If you put it on auto, you leave it in the oven on automatic clean, then you're gonna have to scrape the drippings up from that aluminum, because that shit is gonna melt. And plus, you can't use it on heat anyway. You put it on fire. What happened to aluminum? You put it on fire, the shit just melts on it. That shit just melt. You can throw that shit in the fire, it just melt. So, get your wife some good stuff. And if she's on listening to me, she's gonna give me a thumbs up. So y'all get the Farberware for her. Get the KitchenAid. Yeah, I'm dropping. Yeah, I'm dropping them out there. Yeah, those are the main two. Those are the main two for the. And then silver. I'm not gonna tell you to get her silver, gold, or stainless. All she needs is stainless when it comes to utensils. She don't need gold. She don't need silver, and all that. So if you want to spoil her up and get her some shit that she only uses once a year, then you go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? You can do that if you want to. Okay, Gil said he got a $15,000 Snap-on toolbox. See, them toolboxes, that shit ain't no joke. Hey, did they bring it over and set up your they set up your area for you? Shit. Okay, there you go. He said he getting Derek Bay talking about them guns. He said when I get my gun, I'm going for Smith and Wesson. M&P. He said 45. That's right. M2, that's it. Then y'all sir don't know what y'all talking about. He got quiet all of a sudden. Yeah. Derek Bay said crazy at y'all sir, yup. Yep, you right though. I can see you. Yeah, he talking to Derek Bay, but yeah, I know y'all tax just like us. But they sneak. See, the thing is, we're just naming stuff, y'all. So we're naming the taxes that we know about. There's other stuff, and I can't get into that on here. But there's other monies that go. I'll drop this gem. Some of y'all figure it out. There's people that collect on everything that you buy, no matter what it is. Let me show you something real quick. You see that little code right there? That little code right there. That code is not just for a name of something, so they know what they're selling you. That is for a collection agency that you know nothing about. Some of you might know, but some of you don't know. That's for a collection agency. And so they get some of it too. See, I also said, Eagle, we got guns back home. He said, laughing out loud. Yeah, that's cool. Dio calls it Derek Beatty. We need to chop it up then. Firearms is my hobby. Yeah, Gil. See, that's one thing, Gil. See, Gil is more into. I used to be into that a lot more, but now I'm more into traditional, native stuff. And I'm sorry, man. I just couldn't find the information on that stuff, man. We could have. That would have been a whole discussion by itself, Gil. We find out how many guns they had in that car. That it wasn't even a cartel. I'm about to call the shit a cartel. It wasn't even a cartel. It's just all those damn guns they had. God dang, man. How many guns you need, partner? Thousands of different guns. Is anybody in here can even name 1,000 guns? Can you just name off the top of your dome? I'm not talking about like pull open a book, but off the top of your head, can you just name 1,000? Damn, that's a lot of guns to have. Shit, dude, you got guns made everywhere. You got guns made in Libya. You got guns made from Iraq, Egypt. They probably had every gun from every. Yeah, Qatar. He had guns that was made in Qatar. This is they only made in Qatar. You know what I mean? Yeah. Got guns made in some little island somewhere where they only make like 5 guns a year. Because they do it the old-fashioned way or something like that. Or, 5 guns a month. Something like that. Sound more realistic for the day, right? Yeah. But the whole thing about that's the reason I brought it up, because the whole thing with money to me is BS. Is I don't believe it. You cannot get me to believe anything that has to deal with money. You can't get me to believe. But let's get into it. Let's talk about him a little bit. Let's talk about let's talk about Brazil first. Let's start with Brazil. So give me a number, or just give me a statement if you think Brazil should Because it's a fight coming back. Okay, if you think Brazil should carry on with boxing, let me know. Put up a 1 or just let me know. If you think Brazil should stop, put up a 2 or just let me know. If you think any other thoughts, like if you think he just don't have it. This whole thing, man, is starting to, it kind of disturbs me because maybe we overlooked a European guy for once. Maybe we didn't, so don't get bent out of shape. So maybe we overlooked a European guy for once. I mean, sometimes every once in a while we do. I wonder if Otto Wallin, wonder if he is wonder if he's the truth. Wonder if Otto Wallin's the truth, yo. He clearly whooped Tyson Fury's ass. I see what you wrote, Gil. We haven't got to AB yet. I see AB. I see Gil crying. But maybe Wallin is maybe he's the truth, man. Because for me, I'm always gonna think that he beat Tyson Fury. Even he thinks he beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury cannot do nothing with him. Couldn't hurt him or do nothing. Gil, I know Gil's stupid, y'all. Gil always putting up some. He always got something. He always starting some ish. But I'm not going to underlook, but I'm not going to overlook Wallin just because he's a guy that fought some unknowns or whatever. But Tyson Fury fought some unknowns too. Otto Wallin only got that one loss still. Guess what? He's about to put himself, as a matter of fact, he just propelled himself up. He just propelled himself up for beating Brazil. Now, I'm not saying he might be like a 2-hit wonder because they gave Tyson Fury, and I'm just saying, I mean, you guys don't get mad and start, oh yeah, well Tyson won the fight. I know that, but I'm just saying in my opinion, when I watched it, got his ass whooped. And the evidence of what he looked like after the fight suggests that he got his ass whooped. By just a little comfortable boxer that looks to counter. That's what he does. He looks to counter a lot. And he didn't look bad. He looked tired at some points, and he got hit with a couple of shots that he maybe shouldn't have got hit. But maybe that little dude, maybe he's not little, but maybe he can absorb more punishment than we think he can. But Brazil was throwing some loaded. I mean, anybody could estimate. He was throwing bombs like this. Oh, here comes a bomb. Is it there yet? You can sit down and have dinner. Here it come. Here it come. And you sitting in the corner on the stool while he's throwing it. That's about how slow he was throwing that punch. But I didn't see. As a matter of fact, I think he got hurt. I think Wallin did hurt him a couple of times in the fight. Just didn't have nothing to really finish up on because of the combinations. For me, I'm not in this camp. Oh, yeah, let me jump on this corner, too. I'm not in this camp, so I don't really 100% know. But in my estimation, he probably should maybe take a lesser opponent just to see. And if that don't work out, then just, hang him up. To start throwing footballs. I was going to get on Sanchez because if you listen to the corner, I think Sanchez was full of, in the corner because he's trying to tell Brazil that he's doing, that he's doing good. More or less, he was telling that he was winning the fight. And the second part, on AB, the same thing happened in AB's corner, is they was blowing it out of proportion. Now, I was going to just completely crucify AB, but it's up to you guys. Everybody's jumping on AB. AB don't usually start that damn slow to me. and I think he would have lost. Now I think AB would have lost if it wasn't for that one round. The one round where they gave 9-9, but somebody might not have gave it 9-9. It might have been a 10-8 for Broner. But the scores was just way off. I had it like in my mind, not calculating the actual round by round, but I think that he lost by at least one round. That I think he lost by at least one round because he was inactive. Another point. We'll get to him in a second, but another point. A lot of people, what you don't understand is when you're looking at punch stat, it's not punch stat per fight. It's punch stat in effectiveness per round. Now, even if you throw and land more punches in one round, don't mean nothing if they weren't effective. I wouldn't look at some of AB fight, and I noticed that AB will take a couple of your smaller shots, medium shots. They should probably count, and they have probably counted against him. But AB lands he lands good shots. If you look at the Granadas fights, he lands good shots. When he does land, he lands good. He lands good uppercuts and good shots when he does land. Like another fighter might be landing on him, but they don't land like he lands. Well, he lands good shots. Like you might land a shot on him, but he'll end up landing like a good shot. And that's what I noticed. I said that's why he thinks he wins, because he's discounting your shots. Like you hit some medium shots. I'll say out there shot a 9-7-9. Michael Johnson's boxer talking more. Salute. Yeah. So the thing about him, when you go in there with him, he's moving, he's missing, you're hitting him some, but you're not, the thing is you're not loading up good enough. And another thing that was against Santiago, another thing that was against him was they don't count body shots. They only count body shots if the result of the body shot is like a knockdown, or you get hurt, or you got to stoop over like, oh shit, that hurt. Then they count the body shot. But most body shots, they just don't, because they figure, well, you got to get hit. You're a fighter, and they got to stop that. They got to start, counting body shots for what they are. And somebody just piecing your body up. Then they have no chance but to choice. They have no choice. Derek Bailey said, I think Brazil needs to get rid of Sanchez and fight one more time, but that Wilder whooping may have ended his career. I don't know. That still might be on him. He just didn't get hurt as bad, but he could have been put out. From my estimation, he could have been knocked the hell out. Vaylin just don't. That killer instinct for Vaylin, that's what killed Vaylin against Tyson Fury. Is that killer instinct. Vaylin, you got to, if you are the goods, and I'm not gonna go against you like that, and I'm gonna cheer for you. If you start whooping asses, then I'm gonna cheer for you. But I think that's the key, because one of our keys is, are you willing to battle and stuff like that? The mental makeup part. Okay, you train for it, you want it, this is what you want to do, or you gonna go out there and just get it. See, there's levels of getting it. You feel me? There's levels of getting it. And I don't know if he's at the level where we need him to be at to go get it. He might not be at that level. And you visitors, get my likes up. If you're going to be popping your head in and then popping out, get my likes up. At least like what I'm saying. If I'm not making no sense, just put up a 2. If you don't agree with that. Or what, if you agree with it, then agree. Just say, I agree with you, Igor, or whatever. Or give me your point. That's the whole point about this. This is a chat, but at the same time, I don't, I'm not gonna run from nobody. I'm not gonna not let the way I'm saying now. He ain't gonna let us say nothing. Yes, I am. You can say what you want to. I'll read it out. But anyway, Michael Johnson, boxer talking more, said, "What up, everybody?" Shout out 979 said David Price would be perfect for Brazil as a comeback fight. Okay. I can see that. Yeah, comeback fight. I know what you mean. You could have put 4 though. You didn't have to put fight. You didn't have to say a perfect fight. Yeah, yeah. You could just a perfect. Yeah, so, yeah. I read it out like 4 perfect. It would be perfect for Brazil as a comeback fight. So you good. Yeah. Sal 979 at Michael Johnson Boxing Talk, and more. Salute. Derek Betty say, was that Mexican style for Brazil? I don't know, man. He was. I'm trying to unscramble it. Derek Beatty, I'm trying to unscramble it, but it's just, I just seen so many things that I think he was looking at like, I got dynamite in both hands. And even if I'm not back, I'm going to get lucky. But he didn't get lucky. He got winded. And it just showed that he was like way winded, but he was just trying to throw. Then he started trying to throw, like I say, he started trying to throw these slow motion bombs at the end. Here it come. Here it come. Don't duck. Don't duck. Don't duck. Don't duck. Look, it's already still coming, but it's coming so slow that, yeah, you could have did anything you wanted. You could have just laid down or something. You could anything. You could have just stepped back, like, okay, well, I'm gonna step back. This shit is so slow. He didn't land. He might have landed one. But I'm not gonna take, like I said, I'm not gonna take the credit away from Valine, because I don't know. He might have that makeup, but what he's missing, like I said, is that killer instinct. Because they was even telling him, man, this going on. They was letting him know that Brazil wants to go to sleep. He wants to see what sleeping feels like again, but you don't want to make him go night-night. And that was the thing. It's like, if somebody wants to go to sleep, Gil Cole, if Gil Cole want to go to sleep, I'm going to try to help him out. You ain't got to lay down on your mattress if you want to go to sleep. But that's funny, though, Derek Bay. Was that the Mexican style for Brazil? I don't know. He was trying to get something done. He was just getting countered. See, this was a bad fight for Brazil. You know why? Because first fight back, you're fighting a guy that gave Tyson Fury all he can handle, more than he can handle, and he's a southpaw. I don't know if that should have been your first fight back. At least you would have landed your jab. You would have landed something better against a right-hander. But that's Brazil. So let's say that for Brazil, so we're up in the air. Some of us are saying it's a wrap, and some of us are saying one more. I always believe in giving somebody a chance. So we're gonna say we're gonna give him a chance. We give him a chance, y'all. I'm just gonna say. Now come on, Michael Johnson, Boxing Talk More. You gotta write better than that, man. You can't even spell 2-letter words. Come on now. The U and the D ain't even in the same spot. The U and the D ain't even in the same spot. I can see if you would have wrote something like FO or SO or something like that. You wrote UO. Yeah. I want to go night. I ain't been to sleep in a while. Shit, I'm just gonna wake up refreshed. That's all. I go night. I just wake up refreshed. Oh man, I seen the most horrible. I seen the most horrible video, man. This shit was sad. It's a dude. He weighs. I'm saying he's probably like about 6'3", 6'4", something like that. I'm gonna say he weighed like 360. So he has his friend in the hallway, and he doing a slap, like a slap contest. He said the hardest slap ever. That's what the caption says. And it's 360. Think about it. He's like about 360. And he's maneuvering his friend or whoever this guy is. Probably he could never be my friend no more if he did some shit like that to me. One of us got to go after that. So he set him up. He said, "No, man, you're not gonna hit me in my nose or nothing, right?" He said, "No." So he lined him up, and he slapped him. But he slapped him so hard. I mean, I've never seen. This probably is the hardest slap I've never seen a slap this hard. He slapped him so hard that he knocked him to the floor, right? But he didn't just knock him to the floor. He knocked him to the floor like quick. He didn't fall slow. He fell fast. Like, as soon as he hit him, it was like, pow! And he slapped him, and he was out. He was all on the ground. Just, I'm like, man, why would you slap somebody that hard? You got to go, man. Somebody slapped me that hard, I can't see them no more. If I got memory left, I can't see you no more, man. I mean, I'm gonna see you, but I can't see you like that. No, dude. I'm like, no, you overdid it, man. Now, we was doing something for some entertainment, dude, but you gonna slap me? I can't even take slaps anyway. A slap make me want to kill anyways. I don't know. I'm sorry, man. Maybe I got anger issues or something. I'd rather somebody punch me. If you just hit me, crack me, I'm like, okay, that's cool. You crack me in the face. I ain't worried, but a slap, God dang, dude. I'm like, I might black out on your ass when you slap me. Yeah, Derek Bailey down there, he said Vaylene isn't mean enough. Yeah, you gotta get mean, man. You gotta get mean. I like to see him fight, man. He's a pretty good fighter, man. But he got to get some meanness in him. He got to be. Yeah, I want to see him jump. Hey, Derek, you see Vaylene? If Vaylene like he put hands on somebody, he jumped like, yeah, you saw what I did. You know, he got to get, because his personality is so he too low key in the first place. He got to do something, man. We got to. Hey, that's a good point, Derek. Let's help market his ass. We got to turn him into a killer, though. God dang. Hey, Michael, wasn't that bad. Michael Johnson said, he said, man, that fight was sloppy. He said it was like SSBBW, lesbian porn. Ugh. And that don't have to be, that's, I don't know, you take that shit kind of far on that one, man. God dang. Anybody agree with Michael Johnson, boxing talking more? He says boxing talking more. He said that. Can anybody agree with that? Y'all put up a one. I don't know about that, man. You said the SSBBW. Super size. Big, beautiful. Ugh. Not the super size. Super size, that's all they get at McDonald's. It's super size. Huh? For lunch. They get the super size double up. Not just the regular super size. They get the super size double up. I had a boy like that, man. Told you, man. Dude. He used to pack them before they had the super size. He used to go get a super size. Come out with the white paper bag, not the little bag. He come out with the I didn't even know they made bags that big for McDonald's. Shit, he got like the super size, the grocery bag full of hamburgers and stuff for him. Like, dude, you gotta slow that one down, man. That's right, Gil. Put me night though. Channel 9 is at Michael Johnson. Box is talking more, just crying. I know Shadow, he crazy. Shadow, I said, damn, Higginsville sound like one of the, Turner's former students. Ike Turner, yeah. No, I had shit to do with that, Shadow 9. I'm telling you, I had nothing to do with that, man. I had nothing to do with it. These things come up in my feeds. And see, I don't do Facebook, but I look at the feeds. And sometimes I'm just be going through them and they just start playing. I'm like, what the hell is this? It said hardest slap hardest slap ever. I'm like, it can't be the hardest slap ever. But then I had to give it thumbs up. I didn't actually put a physical thumbs up on there, but I had to give a thumbs up because it's like somebody slapping you that hard, man. He must have went through pimp training or something. Shout out to all the pimps that slap hard. No, I'm just kidding, man. No, the violence against women, 100%. Yeah, you want to choke them. You want to. The only thing you can do physically to a woman, if she's fighting with you, maybe shake her. Yeah, shake her a little bit. Maybe shake the evilness and anger out of her. That's about it. But that was the hardest slap, man. If I can find it, I'm gonna try to get the link and I'll show you. You know, then you'll see what I'm talking about. And if I find it, you're going to say that somebody has to go. I'm going to tell you right now that you're going to have to say somebody got to go. You're going to be like, nah, man, you can't slap me that hard and still live. I'm telling you, that's how hard that slap was. That was the kind of slap that you slap somebody and somebody can't live no more after that slap. That was a nightmarish type of slap. It's a type of slap where you're going to wake up. You're going to be waking up sweating and shit or you're going to be like looking for them in your dreams. Like, dude, we cool, but I can't never, I can never see you again, ever. You can never. If I let you live, you can't ever cross my path. My path, nowhere, ever. Now, you can't never cross my path. I don't care what it is. You just can't. You cannot cross my path. Because if you cross my path, it's going to be just like, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be, like I said, that's how bad it was. I'm telling you, it was just that bad. Like I said, I might not find, I'm going to look for it. You know me, I'm always looking for something. But that's just, like I said, that's horrible, man. Because I've seen some of the contests, believe it or not. I've seen some of the contests, like these girls. And matter of fact, I'm going to tell you the honest truth about the girls. A lot of times with the girls are worse than the guys when it comes to these contests. When it comes to these contests and stuff with the slapping contest, I've seen girls, they do that stuff down there where you live at, Gil. They do that in the South where they do that shit, where they actually have a contest. You got to pay to get up in there. And they actually have a ring. And they got, I think they got, I don't know if it's just based on just the opposite sex or it's based on like weight too. Because I think it might, yeah. I think it might be on, weight. It might be on just gender. It might be on weight too. I'm not sure. But anyway, if somebody can slap you that hard, but this dude was way bigger. He probably had the dude beat by, he probably weighed 200 more pounds, more than 200 more pounds than the guy that he smacked. But somebody slap you that hard, I'll let y'all, if I can find it, I'll let y'all be the judge yourself. And you let me know what you would have done. And I'm quite sure you're going to be like, nah, somebody got to go. You're going to be like, nah, somebody got to go on that, man. Because he was completely out, man. When you out and you slurring words, then you know good and well that's too much. Ain't nobody got no business hitting you that hard the way you slurring words. You can't get no words out. That's a doctor, man. He gonna live with that, man. Concussion. He gonna get what is C? He gonna end up with that CTE and without even having like a real fight, just for for a friend. You say he just a friend for a friend smacking you out like that. That's a damn shame, baby. I'm saying, but off of that, but if I can find it, like I said, I'm gonna share it, and y'all gonna be like, damn, I ain't need to see that. Or you might be able to, since it's fresh, you might be able to Google it. Matter of fact, let's see. That's right. Let's talk about it. Let's see. Well, they do have another one up here. Okay, they got a couple of them. I'm just trying. I'm not gonna stay on this. I'm just gonna look and see if I. They even got one called WTF. WTF, is this the hardest slap ever? Okay, so let's see. And I think that might be it. Oh no, that's not it. Okay, but anyway, y'all can. I'm gonna tell you, it's two brown skin brothers, so it might be that one, but that one, I'm quite sure I can go through some of the other ones, and they're not gonna be like this other one. That's how bad it was. It was so bad it made I couldn't even. Matter of fact, I couldn't even replay it. I couldn't replay it, and I didn't even finish it. That's how hard it was. I said I can't even finish looking at it because I was mad for the guy. I'm like, dude, he gonna kill you once he become conscious. You're a walking corpse, dude. You dead. You dead knocking somebody out like that. Ain't nobody letting you live to that, dude. Anyway, let's get back to it. Let's get back in it. Yeah, but I'm definitely not Ike, man. He knocked dust. Yeah, Michael Johnson, boxer talking boy. He said he knocked dust out of the air. He called old boy snitching. Did you see it or something? You know what I'm talking about? It's like the real big dude, and it's like a little dude. Shout Knight crying. Shout Knight 79 said, F that woman put hands on my mom. I'm beat. All bets are off. Well, I don't know. That's different, but you still can't do it, brother. You'll end up in trouble because all you can really do with them is you can subdue them or something like that. You can't smack them around. You got to like, come on, you got to do something, man. I don't like any kind of violent past. I have been attacked by women before. Um, Man, bitches is crazy. I'm sorry. I hate to say that, but sometimes I don't know, man. Girls is crazy. I mean, I actually got attacked a couple of times. I almost got knocked out one time. Yeah, I'm a grown ass man. I said almost got knocked out because I wasn't expecting this. I got a special. Put it this way, I got a special chop to the neck. And I don't see, and don't mess with these girls. I know some girls you think they hot, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice. Don't mess with girls that are trained in martial arts. Don't get them upset because guess what? Their training has shit to do with their emotions. See, I took a double chop to the back of the neck, and still standing up. I'm like, a double chop to the back of the neck ain't no fun. A double chop, because you ain't expected by the chopper. You're not expecting one of those to the back of the neck. Look, you ain't expecting that to the back of the neck. Two of them consecutively. I ain't gonna lie and say my equilibrium wasn't knocked out. I didn't. The head trauma wasn't there, but with the spinal, when you get hit in your spine like that, it's different. And I got a flying punch like what Sean gave. I got one of them. Women, like I said, women just violent, man. They violent. They can't just take words. You just talking and all of a sudden, oh, I'm a flying chop or flying haymaker. Like, what's wrong with you? Because girls didn't, I don't know, they didn't fight guys like that. If you were supposed to be a mate or you supposed to be with a girl, they ain't that. You're supposed to be putting hands. But sometimes girls get upset over stupid shit and right away they go on that hand shit. I don't know. You see all this other stuff in the street when they be going blah, 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 clucking and shit. Blah, blah, blah. No, but girls don't do that. Girls do that with each other for a minute before all the furs start flying. But with a guy, especially if it's over any kind of love issue or something, you got a punch coming, baby. I'm sorry. You got a punch coming. If you're not a woman beater, you're not a woman smasher. Because if you're a woman smasher, no, she ain't going to put her hands on you because she already know. Because you be like, yeah, I done told you, girl. You got that black eye coming. Tell you. Got you checked right here. You put hands on me, believe on me, you going to get hands back on you 10 times. See, now the crazy dude like that, yeah, he'll hand her up. But he don't care about doing that little bit of time for swelling both her eyes up. When I get out, you're getting 2 more pieces. God damn. Oh, okay. You said the slap is on your channel. I'm gonna go check it out. So you guys go check out Michael Johnson's Boxing Talk if you want to see it. How many times did you look at it, Michael Johnson's Boxing Talk, or could you? I couldn't watch it. I couldn't even watch the whole thing. When I saw him all messed up and couldn't talk, I couldn't watch it no more. Said it looked like it's. I doubt it because somebody's filming it. But then again, they got phones and cameras. They got iPhones in jails and stuff now. Prison. You can get iPhones and stuff. They cost you a lot of money for your hookup, but yeah, people got them iPhones and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Derek Bay said not the double chop. Yeah, Eagle took a double chop, man. Hey, I don't care. I'm proud of it. I'm happy about it. Because you got to go through certain stuff in life and you just don't never know what you're going to go through. I say I'm a smart ass sometimes. I used to be a smart. I'm not as bad. I am bad still because people ask me how I say my name and I still tell them I say my name properly. Thank you. Say I'm still a smart ass. But when you hear that every day, when you got a name tag on, and you hear how do you say your name every day, then of course you got comebacks. So I got so many comebacks when people say certain stuff, it's like right off the top of the tongue, it's like right like that. You know what I mean? And I used to hit girls. Well, sometimes I hit girls like that when they say certain stuff because I done been in so many different situations that I'll say something. And sometimes you just say stuff that's too smart for them or whatever. And they just ain't used to somebody responding to them like that. So they just go straight to, I just look at them like, damn, girl, you go straight to violence meter. Straight to violence. Or either on some other stuff that they just off. If they drink, they off. If they normal, they will just bust you in your mouth. You sitting there all of a sudden, you feel like a kid. It's like, I can't. And if you in a volatile situation like that, just get rid of her, man. Anybody can be left. So if your girl violent, man, don't be loving her like, oh, I love her. Nah, let her go. Let her go if she's violent. Same thing with a dude. If a dude's real violent, just let him go. I don't care nothing about love. Love, that's not love, is teaching people the truth. That's real love, teaching them the truth. And the truth about the matter is nobody should be just like handing somebody up that they love. Don't get that shit. It just ain't, it's not worth it, man. Yeah, but girls, like I said, they get all emotional, especially when, if they ever in love with you, they get emotional. You better not say nothing else. Yeah, she's kind of, don't ever say something like this. Would you like her? Oh, yeah, she's fine. Don't, you say something like that, man, you got it. Oh, she about a 10, man. Yeah, she look good. You got some hands coming on you, baby. They're not going to just be able to talk to you. You got that. That's what Derek right, though. He said upside the head. Yep. Michael Johnson Box is talking more. He said, watch it 5 times. He said, that's breaking the sound barrier. Did it for me. Yeah. Yeah, but that one, I'm going to go check it out, see if it's the same one. But Sheldon and I are crying about it. But if it's the same one, that shit is just, it's ridiculous, man. That shit's crazy, man. I can't condone no shit like that, man. That's too much. Okay, so if you guys watched the Sheldon and I, you wouldn't have seen it. So what do you guys think about it? And this is a simple question like that. What do you think about something like that? Does somebody have to go? Are you just good? That's cool. Is that cool? Did that kind of a slap happen? Are you good with that? Because they have another one too with I think it's an Asian guy and another guy. They said that one's supposed to be the hardest, but then that's too much. That's too much. Like I said, I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't sleep on you after that. I'm sorry, brother. That's why I asked y'all. Well, could you sleep on something? Could you sleep after that? Yeah. And I hope they're not. And see, we're talking about this. I know it's off top, but hey, we gotta talk about it. And you guys don't. If you guys have this in your area, try to break it up. If you guys have this in the area. Because what they're doing now is they're going around, they're knocking out Asian folks, man. They just knocking the Asians out. Now we try to get the Chinese up a little bit, but I don't know how well that worked. But y'all stop it. If y'all see it, man, don't let them do that. Oh yeah, and that is, yeah, I could just see, yeah. I just went over to Michael Johnson's Box and Talk. So you guys, he does have it. Yeah, hey, if you want to, you can drop the link for it, Michael Johnson's Box and Talking more. I know Eagle shouldn't be doing this shit, but hey, it's my show, man. This shit is our show, man. I'm sorry, but that's the one. Yeah, no matter what size you are, you got to be a 500. You got to be a 500-pound gorilla. We got to go. We got to fight first. We got to fight over that. We fighting. I don't care how much you can have me by 300 pounds. We fighting. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to slow your big ass up. I'm gonna prison style fight your ass and get you tired. And then all my firepower is gonna be working. Hell to no. But he said he watched it 5 times. I can't watch that. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't even finish it. Damn. Child 9 and Michael Johnson's Box and Talk and more. He definitely went to the upper room after that slap. Yeah, he went. Yeah, he went to the upper room. Okay, so we done killed. We've been out here. We've been in here a long time, and we still haven't really got to AB. So okay, so everybody, there's so many people that's berating and just really messing with AB on this fight. It's AB's fault again, like always. Coming on way too late. And I'm starting to get it about him not letting the hands go. I'm starting to get it. But he's making the wrong move when he don't let his hands go. And here it is. AB in his corner they're looking at their own effectiveness in a fight rather than their production in a fight. And you got to look at your production in a fight. You got to look at what are you doing? How much am I putting out there? Am I going to sway the judges? And so AB, you want to go cuss people out. I think it was Steve Farhood that you want to cuss him out and go crazy about him that he had you losing and all that. But guess what? A lot of other people had you losing. Some fighters had you losing. Well, you can go back and say the same shit, but that's one thing. See, a fighter shouldn't call a fight about another fighter. They shouldn't. It helps us sometimes so we can go back and say, oh, well, he thought he won. You know, he's a good fighter. He thought he won. If you're not commentating, shut your ass up. Because the same thing, if you get in a draw or something like that, or you lose or something like that, or you win, they going to say the same shit about you that they thought you lost. The best thing for a fighter is to just say that the judges, the judges said he won. That's who won. That's the best thing to say. It's up to us as the fans and new media. We get the chance. We could do that. You see what I mean? We could do that. You cannot do it, but we can't. So we could say that I think AB lost. Because in my estimation, AB is just too close. For me, it's close to call. With AB, you got to look back and you got to count you got to count landed punches per round with AB. AB makes it hard. I'm sorry. And I did have one person that understood me or that had the same opinion that I had, and that was in Lala D. Lala D is good analyzing boxing. And we went back to the AB fight. She brought it up about AB fighting Pacquiao. And if you really analyze that fight, if you look at it, you could have edged it for AB. I'm sorry. If you get mad or not, you could have edged that shit for AB. But I know, but this is what's killing AB. AB, your production. We know that you can throw more hands than that. You're not going to get tired. Shit. How you going to get tired? You're throwing 10 to 20 punches around. How in the hell are you going to get tired? Shit, you don't even have to train for that. To throw 10 to 20 punches around, you got to train. All you got to do is hold your hands at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you got 2.5 minutes left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you got 2 minutes left. 1, 2, 3. You got a minute and a half. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. You got a whole minute left, and you threw your 10 punches, or you threw your 20 punches, but you got a whole minute left. What the F? You making it hard on the judges. You making it hard on us to keep backing your ass up. Because we said that you had to come back. I'm going to tell you what did it. Is that messed up round, that point taken away round. That did it. And then the second part of the fight. I think if he could have won, if that round wouldn't have been a toss-up, he might have been able to get out of there with the W. But his corner said it. That's what kills me, is his corner said that he was losing. Damn. I didn't see it like... I would have told my guy, I would have said, you know what? It's real tight. We need to get this round. But I wouldn't have... That's the worst thing to tell a fighter, is they have to win a single round. That's the worst thing. Because where was your advice all throughout the fight? That means you screwed up. You feel me? You messed up because you should have said, we need these rounds. We need these next 3 rounds. You should have said that. Don't say that, say it's real tight. We need to get these next 3 rounds in. Say that. If it's 3 rounds tight, if it's tight, if it's down, if you're tight by only 1 round, or he a little bit ahead. No. Don't ever put another fighter around the head, because guess what? Any other rounds could have flip flopped any other way. Now you might be down 2. You could be down 2 or 3. So you always gotta tell them, hey, go. We need these 3. Yeah, Gil Cole said I had it 7-5 for Santiago. How'd you score the one round that they had that a lot of people had 9-9 though, Gil? See, that's a flip right there. That's a flip. If somebody had it, guess what? That's even right there. If it's 10-8, guess what? Now you got 7-7. Or 7, yeah, well you got to take away a point. Now you got 6-6. Because you got to take away a point, you got to add a point. You see what I mean? If you had a 7-5, so that could easy that would have made it 6-6 right there. Because you give one round to Broner and you take away from him. It's the only way you can give it, you got to take it away, see? Yeah. But I'm just saying, a lot of people don't understand even about the Pacquiao. See, I was misled by that fight. And Broner, it's your fault you mislead, because everybody can't judge it that damn tight, Broner. Let your hands go, man. I understand Broner now. I mean, it took me a while. It took me a while for Broner. But I finally just figured it out that what he's doing is because first I thought I was basing it off his defensive skills of blocking shots. It's a little bit of that, but it's like he's counting. He might be physically counting how many punches he actually lands hard. Does that make sense to anybody? That Broner's counting how many punches he lands hard on you versus how many medium and light shots you land on him. Because at one point, if you pay attention to this, is that a lot of times if you listen to commentators, they said they'll say I gave it to him because he landed the harder shots. Has anybody ever heard that? Put up a 1 if you ever heard that in boxing. Like when you listen to a commentator. I gave that round to him because I think he landed the harder shots. A lot of times they'll say he was more effective. He landed more effective shots. But sometimes they'll say, I think he landed the harder shots. So in other words, somebody hit you with 10, but they didn't do shit. But then you rock them with 2 hard ones. Boom, boom. In boxing, that counts. But with Broner, he's taking pretty hard shots. Maybe you punch harder than the guy. And so everybody know what he can absorb. He's absorbing them. And so Broner makes it seem like, your punches ain't shit. That's what he does, because he don't go down easy. So he's making it seem like your punches just ain't hard as hard as you think they are. But then he's hitting you, and then everybody's knowing. You see what I mean? He's hitting you, and everybody's knowing, like, he's hitting you. Feel me? He's hitting you like, and like, because like I said, I went back and looked at some, like I went back and looked at the Granados fight. I'm like, damn, Broner was landing some heavy shit. When Broner hits you, usually, okay, the Broner will hit you a couple, like maybe, like soft shit, touching you. But usually when Broner hits you, he hits you pretty hard. That's one thing I can say about Broner. When he does land, he land pretty hard. Even Maidana said that. Maidana said, yeah, he's strong. Said he hit hard. But he wasn't landing shit. But but Maidana, you beat him up. So you just want to start that. Derek Brady said, especially the 12th, he said AB should have came out blazing. Yeah, you gotta come out. So and then we wouldn't have had a problem with it, because for me, I did have it. I had it 1 point. I said at the most I'd give 1 point. But then I started getting mad. I said, damn, I'm giving him 1 point. I said, Broner probably lose, but you can't see Broner losing by just 1 point though. So I had it at 1 point. I had it a 1 point fight just because of the hard shots, because I started seeing what he was doing. I was like, okay, that's what Broner's doing. And that's what his corner, I didn't fall into the trap with his corner, because his corner was like, making it seem like he's just blowing him out. But I'm like, nah. You guys got to stop that shit. As a corner, Broner, you and your corner got to stop that. You got to throw more punches, man. I can understand that you think that you landed better, harder shots, and that's what you're going to say after the fight, but you getting hit with way too many punches. And I can't negate, because some of those punches is hard too. I can't negate somebody's work if their work rate is better. I can't just say, I can't take it away from them. But I'm not going to get on the fighter side, because the fighters got to shut the F up. Yeah, and Michael Johnson, you're right about that too. He said AB's corner, he said, was okay with going to the scorecards, even though he gave up the first half of the fight. He said, shaking my head. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gave up most of the fight. But Michael Johnson, boxing talking more, you got to go back. So maybe 1 or 2 of those rounds you thought he gave up, he actually was more effective. I have a problem with you calculating. Okay, so let me put it into perspective. Now, let's say, for instance, now you don't want to fight your kids, but you're fighting your son. Your son was like really talking like bad stuff to you, so you had to put hands on him. And he's just a kid though. But it's like, okay, we're gonna fight because I don't want to have to. Because either we're gonna fight or I'm gonna have to kill you. Because you're too young to be talking to me like that. So you go to fight him. You know he's way small. You got like, let's say for instance you got 60 pounds on him. And he come out this swing because he think he got it like that, yeah. And he come out this like power, like he just punching you. You see what I mean? But he ain't never really had a big scrap with nobody. He never had to fought a grown man. He never had a scrap like that. So, I mean, he's landing. It looked like he won. He's winning. But your first 2 pieces you put on him, the fight's over. I'm not saying you knocked him out. I'm not advocating, knocking out your kids. But I'm saying the fight's over after 2 punches. Now, if we went to the scorecards and ran, they might not have gave that to you. But you gave it to yourself. And the end result is that victory does belong to you because son threw in the white towel. Son was like, okay, Dad, I didn't know you had it like that. And sometimes, every once in a while, son will do that. It doesn't happen very often. If you grew up in any type of ethnic family, it doesn't happen like that. Yeah, I grew up with a lot of different. Just on my corner, man, we had so many different natives and different people that was just. Matter of fact, I think my whole neighborhood, I think most of them were native. A lot of them didn't even know it. But I grew up with everybody, man. Japanese, Chinese, I had everybody. I mean, it's just a little bit of everybody just on the corner. Just on the corner. So ain't no telling what you might run into. You know what I mean? But we had just a mixed group of people, but none of them, I've never seen, it was nobody in my neighborhood who would just challenge their dad or their mom like that. They just wouldn't. Oh, bitch, shut up. Oh, man, you talking about, can you count the amount of teeth that get slapped out of your head? But Derek really put up the 1, yep. Because they say that, Derek. You can't say that and then take it away. Oh, well, I think he won on, I think he landed more. Because this is how they're killing us. This is how the commentators, this is how they're killing us. Because 1 minute they'll say that, Derek, buddy. They'll say, oh, yeah, he landed the hardest shots. And then 1 minute say, oh, I think he landed the more clean. Then they'll say, wait, hard? What's another term they use? I think he landed the more clean. What you mean? Because I've seen a lot of times on your instant replay, you was completely wrong. Oh, he landed that big right. Oh, I guess he missed with the right. Because either Mayweather fights, they just always have to go back like, okay, I guess he didn't land. Canelo wasn't landing shit on Mayweather. Mayweather was like underneath that shit and around it, like doing ugly with the little shoulder up, his chin down and looking ugly as hell. And man, he was missing. I mean, Canelo, I'm like, but you can't judge that as a fighter yourself, though. You go, oh, I'm winning. No, you didn't throw shit. You threw 2 punches. But you see, but the commentators, y'all got that shit out there too, because you can't be saying that the harder shots. You can't say, oh, the harder shots. More effective. He threw more punches, landed more. You can't, it's too much. You're saying too much. So which one is it? Is it landing more? Is it landing harder shots? Is it what the hell that mean? What is it landing cleaner shots, more effective? It's more effective is what it should be. Is he now if I land a shot, it don't matter how hard your shot is, if I'm making you wince and fold up, then that's more effective. Now some fighters will show you that when they're getting their ass whooped, they will show you, hey, I'm getting my ass whooped. Ooh, I'm getting my ass whooped. They will show you that. But then some fighters won't show you that. See, AB doesn't show that he's getting his ass whooped. And I think that might have been why he got the blessing on this one. Hey, if anything, it could have been an edge for Broner. If anything, it had to be a lot tight. It had to be a draw at the most for me. You could maybe edge it, but it had to be a draw. In my estimation, the best thing could have been a draw, and they have to do a repeat. So for me, they got to do a repeat anyway. Before Broner move on, before he started making us clap and shit like that, Broner, you gotta repeat with that brother. You gotta repeat with him. You gotta repeat with him, and you gotta beat him up. You can't repeat with him and do the same shit, cause we gonna turn your ass off if you do the same thing. So if you repeat, you gotta beat him up. Yeah. Michael Johnson boxing more, boxing talking more. He said, y'all see the fight with, he said with Rob. He said, old boy Corner was like, you gonna be working at Kmart. Yeah, I've heard those kind of sentiments before, man. But Michael Johnson right back said AB did do better than Thurman's first fight back. Yeah. Well, it's true. He got the W done. He didn't get knocked down and didn't get hurt. And I mean, we can give him that. But I'm not gonna big up AB. I'm sorry, man. I'm not gonna be sitting here big up in AB when I know AB could have did more. Because that whole shit, you cannot be judging a fight as a fighter as you're going along. If you're not throwing none, you can't, because everybody's not gonna see that your shots might have been harder. Everybody's not gonna see that. They're not gonna see that you was effectively blocking everything. Because they listening to it and they seeing shit land. He has some moments in there where he was throwing hands though. AB had some moments in there where he was throwing some like good shots. But AB, you did not do that for the whole fight. You probably lost. You couldn't have. I don't think you won all the way from 6 all the way through. I know every judge gave him, how many rounds is that? They gave him 7 through 11. How many is that? 5 or 4? 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 5. So they gave him 5 in a row. I think they said every judge gave him 7 to 11. So that only leaves up to that. Okay, that leaves from 1st to 6 and then 12. So if you gave Broner, so he got 5 already, right? So probably didn't give him 12. So one out of the whole 6 round, did you even give him the first? So if you didn't give Broner any of those, he lost. If you gave Broner any of them, then it was a draw. But then didn't that bullshit round came before the 7th, though, right? The point taken away. That came, when was that? Like the 4th? I think that was the 4th, y'all. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Was that the 4th that happened with Broner? But he got to do more, man. He's not the face yet. He's not back. To me, he's still, this is him still. Now, he didn't get beat up like that, but that to me, that's still Broner right now, though. But Broner he has to do something. I don't know. Y'all, sir, what you think? Y'all, sir, you didn't say nothing about the fight. Got a couple of people that didn't respond. A couple of y'all didn't say nothing about the fight. Gil Cole said something about the fight. I don't know if Derek actually mentioned it, but Michael Johnson did. Gil did. I did. Derek, I think. Shadow Knight, I don't know. What do you think? I'm still laughing. I went back up for a reason. I was laughing at Shadow Knight. He's stupid. He talking about the slaps. No, man. No. I'll run. Now, I'm too old for that shit. I'll run. If I had a girl that's an old hitting ass girl, I don't know. It ain't gonna work. Can't have no hitting ass girl, man. Just be hitting. Now the love tap shit. That's different. That's different. But then again, you got to clue it on that too. Okay, she uses her hand. You got to think about it. That's a love tap, but hey, she used to using her hand, so you got before. Well, I'm gonna tell you what to keep you from that in the first place is conversation. To talk about the other women way before that happened. You know what I mean? So you talk about it to see if how she reacts to stuff like that. Like. How you feel about your man if he looks compliment another woman? See, you got to have that conversation beforehand. Because you don't want the unexpected. And that's what your ass gonna end up getting. You're gonna end up getting the unexpected, and we ain't trying to get you to get the unexpected. But is AB back, or is he just backed? to me, I think he knows that he's kind of in the corner. I listened to a little bit of his interview, and he was talking about how he came into the fight. He only had $13, but now he got like, 10 million or 13 million or something like that. So he's back into the money. Okay, we're gonna see if you're about all that money. We're gonna see, AB. You came into the fight with only $13 or whatever. I don't know how true that is. AB might just be trying to play us. I think that he could be back. We need more fights, though. And I'm gonna stick with this because I think I said this in Marlo's Corner. Is for me, AB, you got to run this one back because this one was too controversial. It's too much controversy in this fight, so you got to run this one back. So you run this one back, and then we'll credit you. But see the thing about it, if you fight this fight again, is you're gonna have to do something, baby. You're gonna have to whoop that ass. That's simple as that. Is you're gonna have to whoop that ass. You can't just because you're talking about beating up on Prograis. I don't know with this performance if you would have beat Rougarou. Or maybe it's just gonna be a different you when you fight Ruger. When you fight Ruger, maybe it's just gonna be a different AB. Maybe it's gonna be a different AB. The jury's out. My hands is up, AB. So I couldn't protect you. A lot of people seen it one way. You're gonna have fighters that it's not just the commentators, but you're gonna have fighters that own you. We was hoping that you would be back. And that so a stand-up thing for you would be like, we just run it back. I'll run it back with him again. Because he brought energy to the fight. It's not like he wasn't throwing hands. So he brought energy. So maybe you guys run it back. And maybe one more fight. Now, I'm only contradicting myself. So I'm not giving AB the, I need a couple of fights to get back into it. No, I'm just saying AB needs to run this fight back. It's not like, this has nothing to do with warm-ups. Like everybody wants a warm-up fight. No, this don't have nothing to do with that. I'm saying that AB needs to run this one back and then give us some fights and stuff like that. But the slap of the day is bought by Michael Johnson's Boxing Talk and More. Y'all can go check it out if you want to see it. But it's very disturbing for me. It's too much. Like I said, somebody got to go. If it's like that, somebody got to go. That's all I want to say about that one. Somebody got to go on that. But anyway, let's go and clear this out. This is Monday, and the discussion on AB. Good thing we talked about Brazil a little bit first, and we talked about a few other things. God dang, man, that was long. Woo, that was long to finally get around. But we're going to see, though. If AB get in there with him, man, we're going to see. If AB get in there with Reed, we'll see. I'm not high on Rougarou. They both on the same page. In case y'all forgot, they both on there. I believe that Ruger's on here too, right? Let's see. I ain't got no mic on the other page, but let's see. Okay. Somehow Rougarou got off of that page, but he was on there. But we're gonna see though. Shadow 979. Let this shit happen. He's not acting like Broner's not acting like he want Regis next, but he's talking a lot of shit though. He talking about he gonna beat the boy's ass. Let's see it. I need to see Adrian Broner beat somebody's ass first of all, like he did at lighter weights. I need to see you whoop somebody's ass. I haven't seen that in a long time out of you. Even if you edge by and beat Pacquiao, even if you edge, you're just edging. You're not making it. It's not exciting enough. You're not doing enough for us to give you that endorsement. Our little brother's back. We're not I can't ride with you that heavy like that, and I'm not hating either, cause you think all these people is hating. No, you're just not doing enough. Y'all got to stop counting on the. Oh, I do harder shots. Or just, you can't count on that shit. It's gonna back. It's gonna blow up in your face. Then you're gonna be mad and hating and cussing at somebody. I'm just saying. Anyway, go get your shit done. Anyway, man, my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what it is, man. This is a Monday. A Monday, baby. On this Monday, baby, nothing but blessings. Y'all already know. Eagles salute out to y'all. But shit, I always got to hang in there. I don't care if they cut off certain stuff that I say, but what we got to do is, let it run just a little bit, just to make sure that we have a show. They might cut off 3 minutes or something like that. I'm tired of these people messing with me. It's like, stop messing with us constantly. Yeah, that's true too, though. D to the baby. Yeah, he say don't duck. He say don't duck nobody. That's right. AB don't duck anybody though. Don't. I mean, yeah. If some, that's another thing. That's true. Is if anybody say something to you, anybody wants your ass, make sure that smoke is available. And that's true. That's real talk right there. If you're gonna talk shit, okay, make that smoke available. Don't just be in there talking. We probably might be on your ass again next show. Who knows? Just don't say too much in the media right now, and expect us not to come back and talk about your ass. We will come back and talk about you. Yeah. I'm gonna catch y'all, man.